Hi there, my name is Aly Paws from the Yoga Home. Thanks for joining my channel and for supporting and subscribing. I really appreciate it. So I've been doing the beginner series videos, which is just a little bit slower videos for those that are starting out. So go back and check out the other ones if you haven't already. Today though, we'll be focusing on the hamstrings, which is the backs, the muscles in the backs of the legs. So basically with the hamstrings, there's three different areas, three different parts, three different muscles, should I say. One is the so there's three of these main muscles that make up the group of the hamstrings, and they're attached to the ischial tuberosity, which is basically that sit bone muscle right where you feel that bony part when you're sitting down, and then coming to the knee. So that's a little bit of a... So when we're opening up the hamstrings, we'll be doing forward bends today. And so what I want you to think about is really supporting both. So you want to engage enough of the front so you can really access the back side. However, you want there to be a balance between strength and flexibility, okay? So you may need 2 blocks today to start out. You can of course do it without if you don't have any blocks, and I'll teach you how, but if you do, you can grab them and we'll get going. So let's start in child's pose, Balasana. So come down to your knees and you'll separate about shoulder distance, and then come into just folding into the legs. So you can bring your hips back into the heels, stretching out the arms. Sometimes people like their arms to be beside their legs. Now you can do that quite sore, or stretch them out in front. And actually I think I'm just going to keep them here because it feels so good. And then breathe into that. So taking some nice deep breaths in and out, allowing any tension to release on the exhale as you soften the body. And then just resting the activity in the mind and the thoughts. And take this moment to just recenter, to set the tone for your practice. And we'll take one more deep breath here. And one exhale. Then slowly start to move our hands in front so that the hands are about shoulder distance. And then bring the shoulders so they're stacking above the wrists. Okay, same with the knees. The knees are below the hips. Just on all fours. And we'll start to lower the belly and bring the tailbone to the sky as you come into an inhale. And then exhale as the navel center draws right up towards the back body. You want to round through the spine. Let the head relax. And then inhale again to look up. And exhale. Good. One more inhale. And last exhale. Nice, and then just come to a neutral tabletop again. We'll bring the right knee out to the side and start doing little circles. You can, this helps to helps warm, okay, for these forward bends that we're going to do. So a few times on one side, and then you'll transfer and do some more circles on the other side. Breathing into this. Good. Then landing that knee. Let's bring the right foot up in front of us towards the top of the mat. And then this left a little bit. So there's a tiny bit of a split in the legs. And you'll just be sending your hips forward and back. Now this is where you may need the blocks or an extra little lift to get the spine upright, because you want to really open up through the heart. So we're just warming up the hips here and the hamstrings by going forward and back. And you can send and root down the sole of your front foot. And when you go back and straighten that right leg, pull the toes towards you. That'll access the muscle a little bit more. Breathing into it. Good, just one more time, and then we switch sides. Actually, let's just hold it here. So stay here, pull the blocks back, and we'll just stay for a few breaths in this nice forward bend hamstring. It's a little bit half monkey pose. Breathing into the back of the leg and pulling those toes towards you. Good, and then we'll switch sides. So you can set the blocks aside, bring that right leg back, shift the hips from side to side, and then we'll step the left foot forward. Okay, get your blocks again, pull the hips towards the ground as you bend the front knee, and then straighten the front leg as you send the hips back. And then we'll just be going and flowing through this with the breath. Okay, inhale to lift the chest, exhale to straighten the front leg. Continue doing this. Focus on the breath. Good, and now let's hold the stretch in the front. Pull the blocks back a bit so you can lift your chest. Draw the toes towards your shins. And then just keep reaching out through the crown of your head. Nice tall spine. Good, one more breath. And exhale. Place the blocks to the side, up in front, and then step that foot back. Shift the hips from side to side. And bring the knees about hip distance, bring the hands in front, and then bring the hips forward towards the ground, look forward and up, open the heart, and start to bend the elbows towards the rib cage, all the way to the ground. Point the toes, good, and strong through the legs, start to lift the chest. And then exhale, find your downward facing dog. So root through your palms, press your toes into the ground, and then lift the hips up. Now, if you were watching the other videos that I have, my suggestion for when you're starting out and your spine is really rounded in the top part of the spine, you'll want to bend the knees and send the hips up, and then soften the heart. Okay, keep pressing the palms into the ground to straighten the elbows. Really lengthen through the side bodies and feel the rooting of the feet, so all four corners of the feet as you spread the toes. One more breath here. Good, look forward, take a couple steps or just one step forward. Feet are hip distance. Inhale, halfway lifting, just lengthen and lift your heart, and fold forward. As much as you can. You might be way up. Fine. Okay, good. Let's bring the hands to the waist. Inhale, press through the feet, and slowly come to standing. Nice. Okay, this is Tadasana. Here in Tadasana for a moment. Root down through the feet. Feel really grounded there. Lengthen up through the spine. Inhaling and exhaling. Relax the shoulders. And then inhale, reach the arms towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Remember, if you are just down here, just go as much as you can. Folding forward, and then lifting the heart. Exhale, step both feet back, so bring your hands down to the ground. Step both feet back to a plank position. Lower your knees down to the ground. Look forward, bend the elbows, come all the way to your belly. Point the toes, tops of the feet press, lifting the heart forward, up. Good, strong legs. And then exhale, press into a downward facing dog as your hips lift up towards the sky. Good, couple breaths here. Feel the, so you want to engage those, like put active, both sides actually, front and back. Good, one more breath. And look forward. Stepping both feet, hip distance, inhale, lift the spine and chest. Exhale, fold. Hands come to the waist. Good, and slowly come up. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Okay, hands come to the waist. Inhale, lift the chest. And then folding forward, take your blocks if you have them and place them beside, just on either side of the foot, lined up kind of to the pinky. Now you may not be able to reach the blocks. You may just be folding, say, here. So if you are here and you feel like this is where the level you're at, I want you to just roll the shoulders down the back, open your heart and reach through your crown and have the hands just on your thighs. And then transfer weight into the toes. Now if you're folded right forward, just stay there, breathe. You know what to do if you've been in Uttanasana before. Transfer weight into the toes a little bit. Good, and then just breathe there. Those that are on the block, keep lengthening the spine. Maybe you're down a little bit lower. Okay, keep breathing there, and then those that are all the way down, lengthen, strong legs, breathe. Okay, one more breath here, and we'll take the blocks, go on the higher setting, bring the right foot in the middle, and step the left foot and line up the heels. Okay, and the toes don't have to be way back. They can be more forward to get the left hip forward. The right hip comes back. You're leveling out the hips. Your blocks are lined up to the tops of the toes, to the right toes, and then lengthen the spine. Now, see how my wrists are lined up and stacked bone upon joint right below the shoulder, so you want to make sure that's happening. Reach out of your crown and breathe. Parsvottanasana. Keep feeling this activity through the muscles as it hugs around the bones. One more breath. Good. And exhale. Now I didn't mention if you were way up here and not on the blocks, then I want you to just come to the thighs or hands on the waist and just feel this little bit of a fold. Your foot might have. Okay, so adjust as accordingly to where you're at in your practice. Let's step the left foot forward, right foot steps back. Good, spread through the toes. Now once again, if you are to have the hands set on the waist and separate the feet enough where you feel balanced, and then fold into the front leg. Lengthen and breathe. Feel the rooting through the feet and the strength in the legs. And your navel center is just slightly drawing in and up, supporting the back body. Now technically you want to feel the belly of the hamstring, the belly of the muscle, as opposed to at the attachment points. So if you're feeling this anywhere through the attachment points or your lower back, just soften a little bit the knee, but continue putting energy through that leg and activity through the leg. One more breath. Good, exhale. Okay, let's step forward, release the blocks to the side. Bring the hands to the waist, inhale, come all the way up. Good, now we'll separate the feet about a leg's distance for Prasarita Tadasana. You may want a block for this one. Let's just see where you're at. Okay, bringing the hands to the waist, inhale, lift the chest. And fold from the hips, exhale. Bringing the hands maybe to a block or keeping them on the waist. Okay, as you transfer a little bit of weight into the toes, so you're not way back. You want to be able to line up the pelvis with the ankles. And then fold wherever you're at. Maybe you're way down here. This is a beginner series, but you never know who's watching that is an advanced practitioner that just wants to slow it down a little bit and get right into those deep layers of the tissues. So just breathing in Prasarita Tadasana, standing forward bend. One more breath here. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands come to the waist. Soften the knees a little bit. Press through the feet into the ground and slowly come all the way back up. Nice. Breathing in and out. We'll insert together and then come to the top of the mat. Set your blocks aside. You won't need them quite yet. Standing in your Tadasana. Feeling rooted all the way into the earth. Inhale to reach the arms up. And forward. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale, step both feet back. Plank position, shoulders above the wrists. Knees lower, bend the elbows, look forward. Point the toes, tops of the feet press, lift the chest. Exhale, child's pose, sit back into the heels, toes are touching, arms are stretched out. Breathing in and out. Relax the neck, relax the face. Good, next breath in, slowly come up, and let's find our seat, sitting down. And this is where you may want to use your block in the middle. So we'll bring our feet and our legs to a V position. Okay. Sometimes it's good to sit on a cushion for these postures. We'll see where this goes. Okay, the block can be in the front. Now, you may be very tight in this area, and quite often what happens when you first start out is we tend to do this rounding in the upper back, okay? And then we want to do this kind of thing and reach the toes, and so we forget that this area, the pelvic bowl, is where we really want to feel the movement, not in the upper back. We're not reaching for the toes. So find maybe a cushion or something you can sit on. Okay, so your sit bones can kind of go back and your spine can stay lifted and the heart's forward. Sometimes people go like this and go behind and press into the ground as they lift the chest. Okay, and then when you're ready to come forward, you can have your hands on the block. Inhale to lift and exhale, fold. Now, if you're not folding at all and you're just staying here, I want you to just be present with your breath. Close your eyes. Take a moment to feel what's going on in the inner thighs. Eventually the muscles will respond accordingly and maybe invite you to go a little bit deeper if that's the case. And it's not about depth. I really want you to feel what you're feeling in this moment. We're not getting to this end destination of whatever that goal is for you. It's about this particular journey and the quality of what you're feeling in the moment, okay? So whatever that is for you, tune into that, close your eyes, and breathe. And I'll just give you some space to do that for a moment or two. Good, and on your next inhale, you'll just start to lift your gaze. Good, and then you'll just bring your left leg forward, and the right foot comes into the inner left thigh, okay? Now, this right knee could be quite lifted because you might be really tight in the hips. So this is where you would use a block or a cushion or something to prop your knee up, okay? And even if it's on a high setting, that's okay. Just whatever's comfortable for you. Now, you may not need the block at all. Just place it to the side. Inhale as you lengthen. This is where if I am not able to reach my feet or someone's not able to reach their feet, they can wrap a strap around the feet. So if you have a belt or a tie at home or anything like that, a scarf even, you can wrap it around. Lengthening and folding. Janu Shavasana A. Head beyond knee pose. So as you reach through your head, lengthen through the side body. Keep that left leg nice and strong. And then soften into it. Nice steady breath. Good. Inhaling to lift the gaze. Let's just stay here with the legs, but pick yourself up a little bit and turn and shift, just pivot to the right. So you'll be doing a left. Your left hand is on the leg. Slide the left hand down a little bit. Open up the right shoulder and the chest. And if you are okay through the shoulders to lift that right arm up and over, go for it. Reach the fingertips to the other side of the room. Just lengthening out. You'll feel it in the lower back, the side of the right side. Now another option is just bringing the hand down to the waist and just feeling it slowly as you tilt down. So no rush, no forcing. Good, one more breath. And then coming all the way back up. Let's turn towards the front, straighten the right leg, shake it out a little bit. Good, and then we'll go to the other side. Keep the right leg straight and strong as you bend the left knee. The sole of the left foot comes into the inner right thigh. Okay, inhale to lengthen, and exhale, folding. Breathing here. And once again, a reminder, if the knee or hip is sore, you can always put a block under the knee, okay, to support it. Good, inhale to lengthen, lift up. Turn a little bit to the left. Okay, keep the legs pretty much the same position. You can open up the left knee a little bit more. Slide your right hand down the right leg and start to open the chest and the heart. Lifting the left arm up and over, reaching the fingertips. You can face the palm down towards the ground to open up that left shoulder. Find one point of focus and then just gaze softly and gently through the eyes. Breathing steady. Good, one more breath here. And slowly start to come out. Okay, turning towards the front, straighten that left leg. Shake it out. Maybe do a couple of twists side to side to reset the spine. Good. Keep the left leg straight and strong. Bend the right knee. Twist to the right. So bring your right hand around. Left hand is just on the leg. Lift the spine up. Inhale. And exhale, twist to the right. Breathing into the twist as you lengthen on the inhale. Good, and then exhale to unwind, straighten the right leg, the left knee bends. Left hand comes back. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, twisting. Last breath in. And exhale around, unwinding the body. Nice little twist side to side. And we'll scoot forward a little bit to come down to our back, laying down onto our back. Okay, bringing the knees in towards the chest. Separate the knees, do a gentle, happy baby, just letting the body rock from side to side. You'll feel this in the lower back and the inner thighs. Good, okay. So place the both feet down onto the ground. Okay, heels are kind of close to the sit bones. Palms are into the earth, and all I want you to do is slowly lift the hips up and then back down. Okay, you're just kind of rocking the hips. As you press your feet in, your hips are lifting towards the sky and then back down. Good, couple more times. Inhaling and exhaling. Just really feeling this movement. Good. And then we'll pull the knees in, full height to the edges of the feet. Or if you're not reaching the feet, just hold on to the ankles as your knees go out to the side. And you're going to start to just draw the feet downwards, the knees downwards towards the ground. Stay nice and long with the spine. And feel free, if it feels okay for you, to stretch out one leg and then the other. Just alternating. And then you may not be reaching at all the feet. That's okay. Just maybe do it with your calves. Okay? And then place the feet back down and let the knees sway left and right. Okay, just let them drop in side to side. And you'll feel this nice release on the SI joint. Okay, feel this rhythm as it rocks back and forth. Or I should say side to side. Good. And then We'll come into the front, allowing the legs to extend. Comfortable distance between the arms and the torso with the palms facing upwards. Take a moment to close and soften the eyes. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out. Good. Again, inhale. And exhale. Nice. And now I want you to just let everything settle. Let the body completely surrender into this space. Feeling supported from Mother Earth beneath you. As the bones and the muscles. Release the energy and awareness around the hamstring and let the thigh bones completely settle. And the belly rises and falls. Nice soft inhale and exhale. Be here for a minute or two and I will guide you out. Enjoy as you drop into this Shavasana. And let's start to bring deeper breaths back into the body. In and out of the nose. And then moving very gently your fingers and toes. Stretch out through the arms, the legs. And then we'll bring both knees up into the chest. Rolling over onto your side body. Good. And then pressing all the way up into your seated posture. Take a moment to close the eyes. Tune into your body, your heart center. And with gratitude of this practice and all the benefits that it gives us and all the gifts, I honor my heart, honor your heart in this process. And I thank you so much for watching and practicing along with me. Namaste. Very blessed to have you here and hopefully doing it with me. If you're listening and watching, great, that too. Please feel free to join me on the rest of the journey of the beginner series. I'll see you on the next video. Ciao.